SICW fans, I am here with a relative newcomer, not to the wrestling business, but to Southern Illinois Championship Wrestling, a man trained by the one and only Hall of Famer Harley Race, superstar Steve Fender. He's going to be meeting Ken Kasa one-on-one on December the 10th. But before we get to that match, Mr. Fender, for those not familiar with your career, what do the people need to know about you, sir?
Superstar Steve, 16 years in this business. Japan, done it. WWE, been there. All over the United States, up and down the coast, everywhere in between, I've probably been there. One thing you need to know is that I'm here in SICW now, and I have one goal. But before I can accomplish getting to that goal, one man stands in my way, and that man is none other than the Iron Man, Ken Kasa.
Well, right into the deep end. I mentioned you're a relative newcomer to SICW. You've only been here a few months now, and you're going one-on-one with a man who held the Classic Wrestling Championship as long as anyone. So you're going against a grappler with almost as much experience as yourself, similar height, similar weight, that, as far as I know, you've never met in the squared circle. What are your thoughts ahead of the huge match December the 10th against the Iron Man?
Make no mistake, Ken Kasa is very, very accomplished. He can hang with the best of them in this ring. I know that. I understand that. The difference between me and Ken Kasa is I don't care. I will go in there and do whatever it takes to win. Ken Kasa, will you do whatever it takes to win?
Ladies and gentlemen, which of these grapplers is going to do what it takes to win? East Carondelet Community Center, December the 10th. It's going to be a huge match. Jimmy Hart's going to be in the house. Make sure you are in the house, too. Once again, December the 10th, Superstar Steve Fender versus Iron Man Ken Kasa, East Carondelet. Don't miss it. SICW fans, I am here with Mr. Ken Kasa, the Iron Man. We have two bits of information. Of course, Mr. Kasa, first of all, the last time we saw you was going one-on-one against Ron Powers for the Classic Wrestling Championship. Came up a tad short, but it was a tremendous contest. What are your thoughts on that match?
Well, first I would just like to say, whoa, watch out! Oh, wait, sorry, I'm having flashbacks of these Ron Powers clotheslines that were coming at my face. But you know, they always say that if you don't fall down, you cannot stand back up again. And every time I have fallen down, I get back up stronger than I was before. And Ron and I, we have a rivalry, but it's built on respect. And I don't just have to beat you for that. I need to beat you for that championship. I want to, I need to, because sometimes who you beat is more important than the championship. I mean, would anybody remember Buster Douglas if he didn't beat Mike Tyson? And the fact of the matter is, Ron, that's who you are. You are SICW's Mike Tyson, but I think I'm Evander Holyfield. And as long as our upcoming match that we might have in the future doesn't involve any ear biting, it'll be a pleasure to go one more round with you.
Well, that's then. This is now, and before that, you've got a hurdle in front of you named Superstar Steve Fender. Of course, when you met with Steve Fender in November in the tag team contest, you two brawled out of the ring. It took several people to separate you two. Safe to say that issue is not settled. So, December 10th, it's one-on-one, the Iron Man taking on Superstar Steve Fender. So, what do you know about Steve Fender, and what are your thoughts on him? He's not worried. He's kind of going straight into the deep end. You are the deep end here in SICW. He doesn't seem concerned.
Well, here's what I'll say about Superstar Steve Fender. He's a guy that we've all heard of. He's been everywhere, and he's done everything.
Trained by Harley Race.
Trained by Harley Race. But the only thing he hasn't done is face me one-on-one. And let me tell you something right now. If he thinks he's going to go out there and steamroll me, he has another thing coming. Because here's what I'm going to do. When I get out there, I mean, look at it this way, Drew. Every athlete at some point in their career has to look in the mirror and say, maybe I don't have what I used to have anymore. And that happens when somebody breaks their will. Now on December 10th, that's what I'm going to do to you, Steve Fender. I'm going to break your will to compete. Period. End of interview.
Well, fans, hot Iron Man Ken Kasa, he's fired up to take on Superstar Steve Fender, East Carondelet Community Center, December the 10th. Don't miss it.